Hello everybody, this is actor, director, producer Adam Zek, here to talk about and give the audio commentary to Hadrian and Bryce. We had a lot of fun making the movie, we hope you had a lot of fun watching it. And so I'm going to tell all about the making of the film. People wondered why I chose Knights of Sidonia by Muse to be the opening song for the credits in the film. Well, I chose it because I think it's a song that invokes the thought of war, and we wanted that imagery in the movie because the fighting scenes weren't as intense as we wanted them to be. So we ended up trying to invoke the thought of war using our powerful music and some extra audio work. However, we did have a little trouble with the audio because the music volume contrasted that of the rest of the video. And so here is the video. We kind of had a little trouble producing it along the way. In certain spots I'll point out. But that's how this whole thing kind of came together. And this is the basic plot setting. It's the year 156 of Ebrachheim in the 12th age. And so this whole idea was basically created from this idea of what would you fight for your own country if it was like from monsters. And here the setting is at North Medford in the Fells Reservation, and you see us walk off the road, and you see Sarah, who's the messenger part. We originally casted Christina for the part. However, she couldn't stop laughing while doing it. But I'm glad that Sarah actually was able to dramatize this role, which was very short but very helpful. And we get to the first battle scene, which had to be choreographed very intimately. I mean, running from tree to tree and dodging rock to rock is is actually very tough. And the first battle scene, there was some pretty poor acting on my part. Casey actually took up the whole scene with the whole comment. And here's where the battle heats up. And you see I'm fighting with Gina, and then Casey gets mad, and I have to fake getting kicked down. However, because I actually fell, it was so convincing, and it also kind of hurt. So I'm not too proud of that. So what happens, she grabbed the sword, and I got so lucky when I caught it. I consider myself very happy for that. I was very glad we got that shot. And here is Castle Avon, where we tried to get Alana to speak up, just kind of to make the scene better, but she didn't really. It was the quietest scene in the movie, so if you didn't really understand it, it was understandable from that view. And here's the final battle scene, which we also had choreographed very intimately. Make sure all the monsters come out in the perfect order. Otherwise, the whole scene would just fall apart. The fighting scene, which is very hard to follow, especially if you're looking on an internet video thing, because it's so just jumps from scene to scene. There's fighting. Got good compliments on the costume, so I was glad about that. And here comes Sarah, dressed up in the Frankenstein costume. And there I go, running to stand on top of the rock to all the families that are there. They did not know what was going on. I say the epic line, which which was basically improv, and the families clapped. So that was very nice. And I think this would be a great movie for the MST3K people to come and critique, because this acting at the end is so horrible on my part. Just basically swinging back and forth. Looking around, it's kind of a poor scene. And now the final credits come in, and I was really glad because Gina was filming this, and she decided to get the panoramic view of North Medford, so I was glad for that very much. And here is the credits, which you notice I sort of put a lot less effort into making the credits than I had into making the rest of the video. Technical stuff was, in fact, I did all the technical work. They worked on, Gina and Lindsay, I should say, worked on casting. And here is who we chose. And this has been Hadrian and Bryce. Thank you very much for listening. and I hope you have a lot of fun watching it. We had a lot of fun making it. Thank you very much.